everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be dialing in from around the world. Thank you all for joining and spending the next hour with us for today's webinar, Emergent Operating Models to Transfer Securities and Cash, presented by Aite-Novarica Group Strategic Advisor, Vinod Jain, BNP Paribas Head of Digital Assets, Wayne Hughes, KALYP Technologies Business Strategy Lead, Peter Jacaruso, and KALYP Technologies Product Development Lead, Angel Suarez. I'm Caitlin Labby, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's speakers. Vinod Jain is a strategic advisor with over 20 years of experience in capital markets and supports the efforts of Aite-Novarica Group's capital markets team, focusing on institutional trading operations, post-trade processing, audit and regulatory compliance, and data management across equity, fixed income, and OTC derivatives. His latest research is on defining emergent operating models to transfer securities and cash. Efficient securities and cash movements are critical to complete trading activity obligations. The industry on one side is making the existing market infrastructure process faster, better, and cheaper, whereas on the other side, distributed ledger technology provides alternatives to move securities and cash. Both market infrastructures provide significant benefits, and they need a rainbow bridge seamlessly connecting the two. Wayne Hughes is the head of digital assets at BNP Paribas Securities Services. Managing data and digital initiatives globally, Wayne has more than 25 years of experience in the securities post-trade industry. A former head of product development at State Street Global Services and Deutsche Bank, Peter Jacaruso is the head of business strategy for KALYP Technologies, focusing on product strategy and design and business development efforts along with strategic partnerships and investor activities. He is also joined today by Angel Suarez with a PhD in IT, MSc in web engineering, and more than 8 years of project management experience. Angel leads product development efforts for KALYP Technologies. So without further ado, I'll turn the mic over now to Vinod. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy today's webinar.
Thank you, Caitlin. I think I welcome you all for this webinar, and I think we have a power-packed agenda for this webinar, which will be followed by a presentation and then a fireside chat, and then also a demo of a product. So I think the objective of the webinar was trying to find out that what are the new operating models which are upcoming in the transfer of the securities and the cash from one location to another location. And I think how does it all comes together in terms of building the bridge between the various operating models which are upcoming due to the various advancement in the technology, which we call it as blockchain or distributed ledger technologies on one side. And then the other side, we have the traditional way of doing the executions, the clearing, the settlement process, which has been existing, tried and tested over a period of time over here. And I think the aspects which we come across is the objective was to identify that how the entire process in the financial industry about the issuance of the securities can be streamlined, the clearing and the settlement process could be streamlined, the movement of the securities, how soon the securities could be transferred from one account to another account, and similarly with the method of payment which will be used. So with this, we looked at the aspects in terms of looking at the overall model over here, and we identified there are 4 payment methods which are in the near foresight or which we are currently using.